From K-drama echoes, where love is written in glances, loyalty is silent, and connections speak louder than words. In a world filled with scripts, rehearsals, and meticulously staged performances, there are stories that defy planning, stories that grow quietly yet profoundly. The story of Lena Miu and Miu is one such story, a narrative that unfolded naturally, shaped not by intention, but by the magnetic energy between two people whose lives intersected at just the right moment. It is a story of trust, intimacy, and a connection that has captivated fans around the globe. A bond so subtle, yet so powerful, that it commands attention even when nothing is said aloud. When Lena first appeared on the casting list for My Safe Zone, few imagined the phenomenon that would follow. She carried with her a quiet elegance, a presence that demanded attention without demanding it. Every gesture, every glance, every subtle motion was imbued with grace. Lena did not need to speak loudly to be heard. The world noticed her regardless. Miu, by contrast, arrived like a burst of sunlight, vibrant, expressive, and unapologetically alive. Her laughter could fill a room, her energy was infectious, and her presence alone made ordinary moments feel extraordinary. Lena was calm, composed, and introspective. Miu was bright, bold, and spontaneous. At first glance, they appeared to be polar opposites. Yet, within their differences lay a balance neither of them anticipated but both would come to depend on. Their first encounters were simple, unremarkable even. Polite greetings, shared scripts, light jokes exchanged between takes. Yet beneath the surface, a quiet recognition began to grow. There was something in the way Lena softened when Miu spoke, something in the way Miu instinctively reached to adjust Lena's hair or steady her during long shooting days, that went far beyond simple friendship. Crew members noticed, directors noticed, and as footage of early rehearsals leaked, even fans could sense a chemistry that defied explanation. Once filming commenced, the connection deepened. Scenes that demanded vulnerability, moments that required unspoken emotion, were transformed by the authenticity of their bond. Lena's calm presence grounded Miu, creating a sense of safety. Miu's warmth drew Lena out of her quiet reserve, allowing glimpses of joy and playfulness that few had ever witnessed. Every interaction, subtle smile, and lingering gaze felt organic, unscripted, and undeniably real. Fans quickly picked up on these nuances, creating edits, threads, and discussions celebrating the dynamic energy that seemed to flow effortlessly between the two. But it was the off-camera moments that truly revealed the depth of their connection. Miu, known for her fearless, radiant energy, would sometimes become soft and reserved around Lena. Lena, usually poised and composed, would relax in Miu's presence, laughing freely, teasing gently, revealing parts of herself usually hidden from the public eye. They developed an unspoken language, a rhythm only they could navigate, a trust that spoke volumes even in silence. Their interactions suggested a bond that transcended labels, a connection that could not be confined to friendship, yet did not require naming. The turning point came during a scene of intense emotion. Lena was required to break down, and Miu's character was tasked with offering comfort. What unfolded went beyond the script. Lena's tears were raw and unfiltered, and Miu held her with a tenderness that felt instinctive, almost sacred. When the director called cut, neither moved immediately. They lingered in the embrace, a quiet acknowledgement of a bond that neither expected but both understood. Crew members who witnessed the moment often describe it as a convergence of art and reality, a point where acting met truth. From that day on, their bond became more visible, though still quietly expressed. They began arriving together, leaving together, sharing breaks, laughter, and whispered conversations. Each gesture, a hand lightly touching a shoulder, a glance that lingered longer than necessary, a shared laugh in empty hallways, reinforced the connection that fans had long sensed. Social media responded in kind. Clips of small, seemingly inconsequential moments went viral, celebrated not for the spectacle, but for the authenticity and intimacy that could not be fabricated. The appeal of Lena and Miu's story lies in its balance of contrasts. Lena's quiet strength complements Miu's radiant exuberance. Miu's playful spontaneity softens Lena's composed seriousness. Each enhances the other, creating a synergy that draws viewers in and keeps them engaged. This is the essence of their bond: effortless, natural, and mesmerizing. It is a connection that holds attention, inspires speculation, and moves audiences without a single word. Labels do not define this connection. Some call it friendship, some call it fate, others sense something deeper. Yet the true beauty of their bond is that it exists beyond labels. It is tangible, felt in fleeting glances, in gestures, in pauses filled with meaning. It is a reminder that some of the most profound relationships are those that do not announce themselves but exist quietly, unmistakably, and beautifully. Their journey continues to evolve. Every project, every interview, every public appearance adds new depth and nuance. They grow together, learn from each other, and create a shared space in the entertainment world that is uniquely theirs, one defined by trust, care, and an undeniable understanding. Fans bear witness not merely to admiration but to a connection that feels sacred, rare, and unforgettable. Some connections are planned. Some are cultivated. Some, like that of Lena and Miu, are born naturally, effortlessly, perfectly. It requires no declaration, no confirmation, no explanation. The bond exists and commands attention simply by being. This is the rarest kind of connection, one that inspires, captivates, and leaves an indelible mark on everyone who witnesses it. On K-Drama's Echoes, we celebrate this story. A story of glances that speak louder than dialogue, gestures that convey entire chapters, and a bond that continues to grow stronger with each shared moment. Lena and Miu's connection is a testament to the beauty of unplanned, unforced, and deeply human relationships. It reminds us that the most powerful stories are often the ones that do not require scripting, for they are written by life itself, quietly, profoundly, and beautifully. And that is the story of Lena and Miu. A bond never planned, yet impossible to hide, a connection that continues to captivate hearts, inspire dreams, and define what it means to find someone whose presence changes everything without a word.